Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. For this video I have prepared a sample lesson plan for teenager or adult beginners, more like towards the end of A1 and the beginning of A2. Okay, and we all know that people learn language best when they use it to do things rather than through studying how language works and practicing rules. As Samuel Butler says, don't learn to do, but learn in doing. So let's begin. Let's try to help our students discover the language by themselves. Okay, we're there to help them. We're there to show them the way. So it is going to be kind of guided discovery. It's not free discovery because they are beginners. But rather than giving them everything like a rule, like an explanation, what we're going to do is we're going to let them explore language and discover how it is used by themselves. Now, the first activity is a pair work. I asked them to work with a friend. You will see, they will see some pieces of photos. Guess what these items are, what they are, okay? Try. So I will show the ones that you can see here. I don't know whether you can guess what they are or not, but I have altogether 9 items. Okay? Then I want them to check their answers, but first I want them to check their answers with their friends. So the pair turns back and check their answers together with the pair sitting behind them. So now they have a small group, okay, learning from each other. Peer learning is taking place. Well, I know some teachers may say,
Prof, they will be speaking in their native language.
Don't worry. They're good. The outcome has to be in English anyway, so don't worry. Now we can check the answers with the teacher. I can go back and one by one show the pieces again and say, okay, what is the first one? What do you think the first one is? So if you go one by one, you can always discuss what does it look like, where can you see it, things like that, rather than giving the list. Okay, the best way to check the answers is to show the whole picture. Well, as you can see, the first one is a sparrow. Sparrow is a kind of a small bird. Okay, you can see sparrow in forests, in nature, in the city as well. Right. Okay, it doesn't matter whether they understand what its actual meaning is. It's important that they know that it's a bird. It's a kind of a bird. Okay. The second one is a snail. Okay, snail. If you believe that your students need further help, you can talk about the features of these animals. A bird, a sparrow, it flies, it's free, it can go anywhere it likes. Snails are they fast? No. They are slow and they are bound to the ground or the tree that they climb up to. You can talk, help them come up with ideas like that. And then the next one is a hammer. The next one is a nail. Then we have a sailboat. What do sailboats do? They sail away. Bye. Sail away. Okay. The next one is a swan. Then we have a forest, a street, and earth beneath feet. Earth. Okay. The dirt beneath feet. Now, these words, sparrow, snail, hammer, nail, sail away, swan, forest, street, earth, feet, they're all from a song. Do you know this song? Are you familiar with this song? Most probably they are not, because it's an old song. I don't know if they're interested in nostalgic songs or not, but most probably they will say, no, we don't know it, okay? Look at these words again. What kind of a song can it be? Is it a fast one? Can you dance with it? Is it a slow one? Yes. Okay. Then you play the song. Okay. But you give them a reason to listen to the song. Right? The song that I have chosen here is by Simon and Garfunkel, El Condor Pasa. I'm not going to play it here. You can always find it on YouTube and use it for educational purposes in your classrooms. You can say, now I want you to listen to the song and check your answer. Remember, they made some guesses, whether it's a fast or slow song, a sad song, a happy song, that kind of thing. And I also want you to find the main idea of the song. If you believe that these main ideas are a little bit too complex for your students, you can let them read first. And if they have any questions, they can ask you before they start listening to the song. Okay? I have tried to write them as simple as possible without being artificial. Okay? So, love is everything. And the singers are ready to do anything for love. People should always be active, moving all the time. And freedom is very important. Good and evil exist together, and people make their own choices. After they listen to the song, check their answers. Here, of course, the idea is people should be active, should move a lot, should not stick to a place, stay there throughout their life. They should be free to go anywhere they like. So that is the idea given in the song. Now I want you to listen to the song again, and I want you to write down the missing words in the song. You can see the activity here, and please pay attention. The words that they are going to write down are the words that I have already covered. So there is no need to panic, no need to say, oh my God, how are they going to spell sparrow? How are they going to spell snail? They have the list in front of them, so they can always refer to the list, pull it down and write it in the blank. Okay? You can see the lyrics here. I have removed the words that I have already talked about. So when they're done, we can go over and check the answers together. I can ask them to check their answers with their friends, that kind of thing. Now, I want you to recall the song. Do they need to recall the song? No, they already have the lyrics in front of them, but pretending. I want you to recall the song. I want you to fill in this table. What do the singers prefer? Put a plus in the correct right column. You have the items here and you have yes or no. Okay? It's not important whether they find the right answers or not. You're there to help them. Okay? Because this is a kind of how should I say, background information so that they can understand how this language element is used, okay, in actual life. Now, I want you to look at the lyrics again and find sentences that show preference. Underline them. So my expectation is they can work together with a friend or in a maybe small group, like a group of 3. What I expect is them to come up with, I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. Underline that sentence. Okay? I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Underline that sentence, because those are the ones that show preference. Okay? Okay. Now, look at those sentences that you have underlined. What is common in all of them? What do you see in all of them? Circle the common elements. Well, because it's song lyrics, they will say I. They will include I as well. No big deal. Okay. I'd rather than. I'd rather than. So that is the common element that they see in those sentences that show preference. How many choices do you have in those sentences? How many? Sparrow, a snail. 2, excellent. Can you see how I elicit the answers, how I lead them to digest, understand how this is used? What phrase do we use to express our specific preference? I want them to come up with the rather than. Now I want you to examine this pair. I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. Yes, I would. I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. Yes, I would. Can you guess the full word for this the apostrophe the? Normally, students will say would, because yes, I would explains that it is the actual word, it's not shortened version, okay? But if they can't, you can easily say, look, yes, I would. Huh? So, what do? We help them focus their attention on the right spot. Okay? Now, what can we use to fill in the blank in this sentence? I have, I'd rather than The first one is I have tea, have in brackets, coffee. Eating cake, eating cookies. To travel by car, to travel by bus. Okay. They have the song, they can always go back to the song and look how the verb is used. Pay attention, I'm not giving them any rules, any mathematical rules. I'm not writing subject plus would rather plus, no. I'm checking them to come up with the answer themselves. Here they're going to say, have tea, have coffee, because in the song it says, I'd rather be. Okay, I'd rather sail away. So they can easily see that that is how the verb is used in this structure. This is, rather than explaining, rather than giving the rule, this is guided discovery. We help our students to focus their attention on use first, that is to say, meaning and function, and then usage, that's to say, the structure. Okay? Now I can move to a kind of an activity where they can practice, they can experience this newly learned item. Okay? Okay, so I have, what would you rather be or do? Now I have kind of an interview questions over there. First, answer these questions for yourself and write your answer in the me column. Tomorrow is Sunday. Stay home and rest or go out. Okay? They can write stay home and rest. So phrase is enough. Later, I will expect them to come up with the full sentence, if it's necessary, because in real life, it's not always necessary to make the full sentence, okay? When they're done doing this, answering these questions for themselves, I asked them to stand up and mingle, walk around the classroom, and ask these questions of their friends. I want them to find one person, one friend, with the same answer that they have given, okay? And they should write the name of that friend in the My Friends column. But they cannot write the same name more than twice, 2 times, okay? So they cannot ask the same questions of Ahmed. So if Ahmed has given 2 answers, they need to go and find someone else and ask other questions. Now I want you to report your answers to the class. So what they're going to do is they're going to stand up and say, tomorrow is Sunday, both Gökhan and I'd rather stay home and rest. If they like, they can say, then go out. In normal life, if we know the alternatives, the options, we usually skip the then part. We stick to the first sentence. I'd rather stay home and rest. But if they like, if they want, don't force them. They can say, then go out. Okay? Of course, you can use other activities. However, it's better to keep the activity a little bit short and then recycle again sometime later, because after a while it becomes so artificial and unnatural to be dealing with the same sentence type all the time, which is not something usual that we do in our daily life. So let them play with language for a while and then leave it there. Don't forget, you can always come back and build onto that previous learning. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Please support us. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.